I grew up dirt poor, no money for food. And somebody fed my family when I was 11 years old. And they came to the door literally on Thanksgiving and knock on the door, and here is this tall guy standing there with bags of food in a pan on the floor on the ground with an uncooked turkey. And I'll never forget, he said, "Is your father home?" And I said, "Just one moment." And I ran to get my dad thinking he'd be so excited. And unfortunately, he was not. He was annoyed even though we didn't have any food. And the man said, "Sir, this is a gift from you. If someone knows you're having a tough time, they want you to have a beautiful Thanksgiving." And my father said, "We don't take charity." And he went to slam the door in the man's face, and the man kind of had his foot here and it bounced off his foot. And he's holding the bag still. And he said, "Sir," he said, "this is not a handout. Everyone has tough times. This is a gift. The person's doing it anonymously. They just want you to have a great Thanksgiving." And my dad said, "We don't take charity." He started to slam the door again. This time he put his shoulder into it and he hit and bounced off of him. And then he said something to my father. I thought my father was going to punch him. He said to my father, "Don't let your family," and he points straight at me, "don't let them suffer because of your ego." I had to figure out a question in my mind, which is, how come my father be so angry about someone helping? And how come I was so happy? And the reason is, right now as you're listening to me, in every moment of your life, you're making 3 decisions. You might want to jot them down and see if it's true. Right now, the first decision you're making is, what are you going to focus on? Because whatever we focus on, we feel. And most of us let the world control our focus. You know, people say we're in the information age. We're not in the information age. The information age died a long time ago. We're drowning in information. We're starving for wisdom, aren't we? And so the bottom line is, you look around and I see my father, and what did he focus on? He focused on the fact that he had not provided food for his family. How would that make you feel if you knew you had failed at that level? You can get, he was beating himself up. I focused on the fact there was food. What a concept. I was so excited. He focused on he had not provided it. The second question we ask every moment of our life is, what does this mean? Is this the end or the beginning? Is this person dissing you? Is this person attacking you? Is this person challenging you? Is this person loving you? Is this person coaching you? Whichever meaning you make is going to determine your emotion. Am I here to pump you up and motivate you? Am I here to serve you? Am I here to offer you some pieces you can make some decisions from that could be life-changing if you want them to? You get to decide. But whatever you decide is going to be your experience today and every day of your life. And most of us don't make these decisions consciously. We've got a conditioned response based on our past. So for most of us, the future is pretty much going to be like our past. We might make more money, we might do better in business, but we run into the same problems over and over again. My dad said the question, what does this mean? I know what it meant to him because he said it out loud over and over again to all of us. I knew he focused didn't have the food, that he didn't provide it because he said, I failed my family, I am a failure. There's no food for my family, there couldn't be a bigger failure. And the bottom line is, out of that experience, he made the third decision, what I'm going to do. And what he decided to do was leave our family shortly thereafter, which at the time was the most painful experience I thought of my life. But it turned out, your worst experience of life can become your best if you decide to use it. But whatever you decide is going to be your experience today and every day of your life. And most of us don't make these decisions consciously. We've got a conditioned response based on our past. So for most of us, the future is pretty much going to be like our past. We might make more money, we might do better in business, but we run into the same problems over and over again. But it turned out, your worst experience of life can become your best if you decide to use it. And for me, I said, my God, there's food. But the big thing that changed my life was the meaning. And the meaning was strangers care. That's the meaning I pulled out of it. My father always said, no one gives a damn about anybody else. And I had plenty of evidence in the way we lived our life and the people around us. There wasn't anybody coming to help before that, ever. And we were always in a challenged place. When I started believing strangers care, it changed my whole life. One belief can change your life. Today, you can make one decision in the next little time we're together and literally change your life without hyperbole, without BS, without exaggeration, not positive thinking, because our beliefs create and our beliefs destroy our lives. And we have to become conscious as which ones are empowering us, so we use them more, which ones are pulling. And most of us are going so fast, responding to our world, that we don't actually stop and really check in and feel what's really going on. So my third one is, what am I going to do? I decided someday I'm going to give back. I'm going to do this for other people because this changed my life. And so I have. I started when I was 17 and decided to feed 2 families.